Question number 1. So they've given us the points. The points A and B are -6, 4 and -2, 7 respectively. Find the equation of the perpendicular line to the line AB through the point B. So to answer this question, we're supposed to first find the gradient. So of course the gradient, this is a formula we use to find gradient. So in case you don't know, the same formula for gradient is what is needed here. So for the points, A is -6, 4, while B is -2, 7. So we need these points. Now on our points here, we're going to say this is x1, y1, x2, y2. So we substitute. What is our y2? It's a 7. Minus our y1 is a 4. Over x2 is -2. Minus x1, it's a -6. So any number which has got a negative, you put it inside the brackets if it's coming after this minus sign. Okay, you see the minus sign on the formula. So we simplify, we're getting a 3 over -2 plus a 6. We simplify further, this is giving us a 3 over 4. So our gradient is a 3 over 4. But the question wanted us to find the equation that is perpendicular to this line formed by AB at point B. So we're going to say our M2, this we call it M1. We just want to differentiate them. So M2, since it's perpendicular, it's supposed to be -4 over 3. You reciprocate this gradient. The number which is down here goes on top, and what is on top comes down. Okay? So this is a gradient we want. Therefore, we shall say y minus y1 is equal to m2, this m2, x minus x1, like that. So what is our y1, x2, and m2? So they said from B. So we're going to use the point B. Don't use A, use point B. So for point B, we know that point B is a -2, 7, like this. So you just say, okay, this will be my x1, y1. So substitute in the formula. This is what you're getting right over here. This is what we are getting. So we simplify this. This is what we shall get right over here. Okay. And then we clean up. This will be like this. Actually, there's 8 here. It's supposed to be 8 over a 3. Actually, it's minus. So be very careful here, because -4 over 3 multiplied by, because this is giving us a positive. When you multiply by this, we're going to get a -8 over 3. So we clean up, we group our like terms. This is how it's coming out. Y will be equal to -4 over 3x. Here we find the lowest common denominator, which will of course be a 3. This is 8 plus, here 8 plus 21. Okay, so just add this fraction by this. Y will be equal to -4 over 3x plus, Here, when we subtract, it will be 13 over a 3. And our final answer will be either this or 3y is equal to negative 4x plus a 13. This is our answer for question 1. Let's now check out question 2. Question 2, of course, they've given us an equation. That's an equation. Hopefully, you're able to see the equation that we have. It's simultaneous equations. So for simultaneous equations, we've got x plus 2y is equal to 1, and x power 2 plus y power 2 is equal to a 2. Now solving this, indicate that this is equation 1 and this is equation 2. So we can get equation 1, we make x subject. So this is how it's going to look like. This 2y will come this side, it will be minus 2y. So we shall have x is equal to 1 minus 2y. This is equation number 3. So now we get this equation 3, substitute in equation 2. So get this part, put it where x is. So it's going to be 1 minus 2y power 2 plus y power 2 is equal to a 2. So we can simplify here. We have 1 squared, which is just a 1. And this will be 4y plus 4y squared plus y power 2 is equal to 1. So you just multiply 1 minus 2y by itself. It's going to give us this. Okay? And then we group the like terms. So these two will give us a 5y squared. Okay, there's a 2 here actually. This is 2. And then minus 4y plus 1 minus 2 is equal to a 0. So we've got a quadratic equation. This is a quadratic equation. We clean it up. I guess you know how to solve quadratic equations. So in solving this quadratic equation by factorization, we're going to, actually this is 1. We're going to identify our product and sum. So our product, let me write it here, P is a negative 5, and then sum is a negative 4. So we think of two numbers such that when we multiply them, they give us negative 5, and when we add them, they give us a negative 4. So those two numbers are negative 5 itself and the 1. So this is how it's going to be. So we solve by grouping, or we factorize by grouping. This is how it's going to look like. So we shall say 5y plus 1 is equal to 0. This and this equal to 0. And then or y minus 1 is equal to 0. So we can say 5y is equal to negative 1. Divide by 5. So the value of y will be equal to negative 1 over 5. The other value of y will be equal to a 1. So we come back here. You see, equation 3. So equation 3 looks like this. X is equal to 1 minus 2y. So we want to solve the, we found the value of y, values of y. Now to find the values of x, we're going to say x is equal to 1 here minus 2 negative 1 over 5. We just substitute the y value here. And this will be equal to x 1 plus 2 over 5. The value of x here, when you find the lowest common denominator, it will be like this. 2. It will be x is equal to 7 over 5. The other value of y, we still get this. Okay? Now where there is y, we substitute a 1 this time around. So it will be x is equal to 1 minus 2, 1 here. X is equal to 1 minus 2. The value of x is equal to negative 1. Okay? So we've found, or we've answered question 2. We go to question number 3. So for question number 3, they are saying we find the value of k for which the line x plus y is equal to k is a tangent to the curve, this curve right here. So what we're going to do here will simply be to get this line, okay? So we're going to get the first, which is x plus y is equal to k. Okay, and then the other one there, it's x power 2 plus xy is equal to y power 2 plus a 5. We now make y subject. Here we can make y subject. So it will be y is equal to k minus x. So now we get this k minus x, substitute right here where we're able to see y. So it will be x power 2 plus x k minus x is equal to k minus x power 2 plus a 5, like this, okay? So we simplify. This is, let me do it here. So it's giving us x squared plus kx minus x squared is equal to k squared minus 2kx plus x squared plus a 5. So when we simplify this is how it's going to look like. So this and this will go. We shall remain with kx is equal to k squared minus 2kx plus x squared plus 5. Okay. So we bring everything this side. So we shall start with the x there, x power 2. This is x power 2. And then we're going to say minus 2kx minus kx plus k squared plus 5. So this guy comes this side. So you can see this is the, when you've got a quadratic equation, the x squared term is this one. So the x terms are these two. And then the constant, we consider this as or these two as our constant. So we shall say x squared minus 2k, we factor out, okay? We factor out x. Look at what we are remaining with. So this x, just factor it out. And this is what we're going to get. Here it will be plus, okay? The negative has come this side. Plus k squared plus 5. So now here, we can use the discriminant. So b squared minus 4ac is equal to 0. When you are looking at the quadratic formula, what is inside the quadratic formula is what we're going to write. We say equal to 0. So this will be our a, our b, and our c. So what is our b? It's a negative 2k plus k, and then here there is squared, okay? Minus 4, our a is a 1, our c is k power 2 plus a 5 is equal to 0. So we simplify this, we're getting a 4k squared plus 4 k squared plus k squared. If I'm not mistaken, yes, this is what we are getting when we simplify this. Minus 4k squared minus 20 is equal to 0. When you simplify this is what you're getting. So this and this will go. We shall remain with a 5k squared. When we add these two, minus 20 is equal to 0. 5k squared is equal to 20. Divide by 5, this and this will go. K squared is equal to a 4. Okay, k squared is equal to 4. We square root both sides. So this is giving us k to be equal to negative or positive 2. So k can either be a 2 or negative 2. So these are the two solutions. All right, so we go to question number 4. So for question number 4 here, they want us to, that's A, they want us to find h squared over x. We get the h function. H of x is equal to x plus 1. That's x plus 1 over x minus 3. And we know that x is not equal to a 3. So here what it means, pay attention and listen very carefully. You're supposed to get this same function, you put it where x is here and right here. That's what it means. So h squared of x will simply be equal to x plus 1 over x minus 3. And then we say plus a 1. So you can see I've gotten this function, put it where x is, and this is how it looks. And then we say over the same thing, this put it where x is. That is x plus 1 over x minus 3 minus a 3. So we now simplify. So this will be equal to, for this one we find the lowest common denominator, which is x minus 3. And then we say x minus 3 into x minus 3, it's 1. 1 times what is on top here, it will just be x plus 1. So there is a 1 down here, so 1 into x minus 3, it's x minus 3. X minus 3 times 1, it's x minus 3. So we are done on top. We come to the bottom one. We shall say lowest common denominator, it's x minus 3. And then we say x minus 3 into x minus 3, it's 1. 1 times x plus 1, it's x plus 1. There is a 1 here. 1 into x minus 3, it's x minus 3 times negative 3 here, it's negative 3 multiplied by x minus 3. So we now simplify. On top here, this will be 2x minus a 2 over x minus 3. So x plus x will give us a 2. 1 minus 3, it will give us a minus 2. And then we say over, here we have x plus 1 minus 3x plus a 9. We get rid of the bracket. So negative 3 times x, it's negative 3x. Negative 3 times negative 3, it's positive 9. We shall say over x minus a 3. Okay, so we can simplify further. We've got 2x minus 2 over x minus 3 over, here it will be negative 2x, because x minus 3x is minus 2x. And then 1 plus 9 will give us a 10 over x minus 3. So from this point, we can divide. This will be 2x minus 2 over x minus a 3. When dividing fraction, you reciprocate. So this will switch, minus 2x plus a 10. So this and this will go. We shall remain with 2x minus 2 over negative 2x plus a 10. We simplify further. So 2 open bracket x minus 1. Okay, I'm just factorizing here on top. So negative 2 open bracket x minus a 5. So this and this will go. We shall remain with negative. We put a bar here, x minus 1, then here x minus 5. This is our solution for question number 4a. So let's go to question 4b and see what we're supposed to do. Question number 4b, they're saying find the value of f for which f of h of 3 is equal to 6. So there are two functions involved. There is f and h. So let me write them down here. So f of x is equal to ax plus a 6 over x, while h of x is equal to x plus 1 over x minus 3. Okay, so we need to first find f of h of x. In this case, we're just going to get the f function, and then where there is x here and here, we fuse in the h function. And this will be a open bracket x plus 1 over x minus 3 close plus a 6. And then we say over x plus 1 over x minus 3. So we simplify here, we're getting a x plus a, okay? So a times x, it's ax. A times 1, it's a. We shall say over x minus 3 plus a 6. Everything over x plus 1 over x minus a 3. So from this stage, of course, we can find the lowest common denominator up here, which is x minus 3. So x minus 3 into x minus 3, it will give us a 1. 1 times a, x plus a. That is ax plus a. And then down here, there is a 1. 1 into x minus 3, it's x minus 3. X minus 3 times 6, it will give us a 6. X minus 3. We multiply. And then we shall say everything over x plus 1 over x minus 3, which is this one, the denominator. So we simplify further. We shall say ax plus a plus 6x minus 18, okay, over x minus 3 over x plus 1 over x minus a 3. So we are now at this point. So we can say ax, okay, ax plus a plus 6x minus 18 over x minus 3 times x minus 3 over x plus 1. So here we're just dividing this fraction, this over this. It will reciprocate. The bottom fraction will switch. So this and this will go. We shall remain with ax plus a plus 6x minus 18 over x plus a 1. So now we found our f of h of x. So we can find f of h over 3. This will simply be to substitute 3 where x is. That is 3a plus 18 minus 18 over 3 plus 1. So you see, I've put a 3 here, so it will be 3 times a, which is a 3a. A 3 here, it will be 6 times 3, will give us 18. So these two will go. So our f of h of 3 is equal to 4a over a 2, okay? So 3a plus a, it's 4a, and then down here, actually here it's supposed to be 4 also, 4. 3 plus 1, it's a 4, okay? So once we get this 4, we can cancel out. So our f of h of 3 is equal to a. And they have told us that f of h of 3 is equal to 6. So we can equate a is equal to a 6. So the value of a is equal to a 6. Let's go to the next question. Question number 5 reads, the following diagram, ACBO is a kite with AC equal to BC equal to 6 centimeters and AO is equal to OB equal to 4 centimeters. The diagonal AB is equal to 6.8 centimeters. AOB is a sector of a circle with center O, radius 4 centimeters, and angle AOB is theta. So you can see this is a diagram we're talking about. So the first question here, they are saying find A, or find the A angle theta in radian. So what we can do for us to find angle theta, so to find the angle theta there, we're going to get this diagram. I just want you to understand something, okay? We know that this is 4 centimeters, okay? This is A, B, and O. So the angle we are looking for is right over here. This is theta. So from here to here, it's 6.8. So I'm going to divide, since I know that this is radius and this is radius, okay? And I know this is 4 centimeters too. So I'm going to divide here. This is forming 90 degrees. If I cut this 6.8 centimeters in two, it will be 3.4 centimeters here, 3.4 centimeters the other side, okay? So now, I can use SOHCAHTOA here to find an angle here. So I'm going to say SOHCAHTOA, so that's sine theta will be equal to opposite over hypotenuse. So I've got opposite, this is an angle, opposite hypotenuse I have. So I can say sine theta is equal to, what is my opposite? It's a 3.4 over hypotenuse is a 4. Okay, so I simplify further. So this will be theta is equal to sine inverse over 3.4 over 4. So when we punch on our calculator, sine inverse of 3.4 over 4, the theta will be equal to 58.211669338. Okay? 38. So here, I've just found the angle of this in degrees, okay? The angle right here in degrees. So to find the entire angle here, which I'm looking for in degrees here, I'm just going to multiply by 2 because they are equal. Therefore, theta will be equal to 11.6.42333, and then here 8 degrees. Now the question said our answer should be what? In radians. So I'm going to convert this answer into, or writing it in radians. So it will be theta, pi over 180. So this is the key for converting into radians, times 116.4233338 degrees. So when I simplify this, it's going to give me a 2.03 rads. So this is my angle in radians. The next question here, they are saying, find the perimeter of the shaded region. So this shaded region. We know that this side is 6 centimeters, even this side is 6 centimeters. Our job is to find arc length, this one. So for the arc length to be found, it's like this. So since I want to find the length, this one here, arc length, I'm going to say arc length is equal to theta multiplied by r. Okay? So my theta, I've just found theta to be equal to 2.03 times the radius, which is r, that is a 4. And when I multiply these, I'm getting 8.12 centimeters. So 8.12 is my arc length. It's this arc length. So the next thing will just be to add arc length plus this side plus this side. This is 6 centimeters, 6 centimeters. So I will say my perimeter will be equal to 8.12 plus 6 plus a 6. And this, of course, is giving me a 20.12 centimeters. So this is our answer for question B, 5B. Let's go to question 6. All right, so we've got question number 6. Question number 6 here, they are saying we prove. It's the identity. So we've got 2 over cos power 4 theta minus sine power 4 theta plus a 1. This is equivalent to sec power 2. So to prove this identity, we're going to write a 2, and then we say over cos 4 theta minus, here we're going to write sine, okay, sine 2 theta power 2 plus a 1, okay. We of course know that this whole thing must be equivalent to sec squared theta, okay. So now there is an identity, okay, there is an identity here which we can use, or which we're supposed to use, which says that when you've got cos squared theta plus sine squared theta is equal to 1. So we're going to make sine squared theta subject, and this is how it's going to look like, okay. Can you see? So this is what we're going to substitute here. It will be 2, okay, over cos power 4 theta minus, open bracket, 1 minus cos squared theta power 2 plus 1, okay. So from here we can say 2 over cos power 4 theta minus. We now distribute this by itself. We're going to get 1 minus 2 cos squared theta plus cos power 4 theta plus a 1, okay. So when you multiply by itself, this is what we're going to get. From this point we shall say 2 over cos power 4 theta minus 1 plus 2 cos squared theta minus cos power 4 theta plus a 1. So you distribute this negative sign, and this is what we are getting. So if you can see, this and this will cancel out, this and this will cancel out. We are remaining with a 2 over 2 cos squared theta. So here we can say 2 into itself, it's a 1, and this one will cancel. We shall remain with the 1 over cos squared theta. And this, of course, is equivalent to sec squared theta. Hence, proved or proven. Let's go to the next question, which is question number 7. Question number 7, it's binomial. Okay? So for the first question, they are saying the term independent of x in the expansion of this is 61,236. Okay, so 61,236. So we need to find the value of k. So without wasting our time, the term which will be independent of x, it's this one, which will cancel out x, it's this one. The coefficient will be this one, okay? So we're going to get the first term here, that's k over x power 2, and then we write a power 3 here. I guess you know how it's done for this one. 6 will come here, okay? I'll make a separate video for this one if you want to understand more, but this is how it's supposed to be. And then we shall say equal to 61,236. We now solve this one. So when we solve, 9 choose 6 will give us 84. Then here we've got k power 3 over x power 6 multiplied by x power 6 is equal to 61,236. So this and this will cancel out. we shall remain with 84k power 3 is equal to 61,236. You divide by 84 by 84. So when we divide by 84, this and this will go. We shall remain with k power 3 is equal to, so k power 3 is equal to, here 84 in itself, it's 1. Here it's going to give us a 729. So this is giving us a 729. So we find the cube root. The power 3 and the root here will go. We shall remain with a k equal to a 9. So the value of k is equal to a 9. On the same, now we answer question B. So for question B, we've got these terms. We've got, this is B, 7B. We've got 1 minus 2x, 2 plus 3x, and the power 6. So to find the third term, this is what we're going to do. We'll maintain this, okay? And then for the next one, put the brackets. So do this 1, 2, and 3. So what am I supposed to write in these brackets? You write a 6 here on top, a 6 on top, a 6, and then you start moving 0, 1, and 2, end at 2, since they're saying third. And then here, just write the first term here, which is a 2 power 6, and then you say plus. Here, say 2 power 5. Start reducing this number, multiplied by 3x, this other one. 2 power 4 multiplied by 3x power 2. So we're ending here. I guess you've seen what is happening. Huh? This 2 started with a 4. It's reducing to 5. It's reducing to a 4 here. Actually, it started with a 6, and it's reducing. Wow, this next term, it's increasing. This is power 1, power 2. It started with power 0, which gave us a 1. It's not showing here. And then 1, 2. So from this stage, you can say equal to 1 minus 2x. Then you simplify here. 6 choose 0. It's giving us what? It's giving us all of this is going to give us a 64. Plus, here when we simplify, we're going to get a 5, 76x. And here, actually here there must be a plus. Here when we simplify, we're going to get a 2160x power 2. Okay, so to those people wondering how am I finding this, like 6 choose 0, you just go to your calculator, punch 6, this 6, and then you go to this NCR. So you're going to say shift, then you press NCR. It's going to bring some kind of a C, and then you put the number that is down. So choose 0, it will give us what? A 1. Okay, just like that. So from here now you can multiply this by this. We're getting a 64 plus 576 x plus 2160 x power 2 minus 128 x minus 1152 x power 2 minus 4320 x power 3. This is what we're getting. And when we simplify further here, we're getting a 64 plus 448 x plus 1008 x power 2 minus 4320 x power 3. So the answer here, this is the first term, second term, third. Our third term, so third term is 1008 x power 2. This is our third term, and so our answer. All right, so for question number 8a, they're saying find an expression for dy dx of the equation y is equal to 5 over 2 minus 3x. So here, just get the given equation. That is y is equal to 5 over 2 minus 3x. And then once you do that, you're going to say y is equal to 5, open bracket, 2 minus 3x power negative 1. So here, there is a power 1. Now the laws of indices, when it goes up, the power changes to a negative power. So we shall say dy dx will be equal to multiply negative 1 by 5, it will be negative 5. Then copy what is inside the brackets, subtract 1 from the power, so it will be negative 1 minus 1, which will give us a negative 2. And then in the next set of brackets, find the derivative of what is inside here. What is the derivative of 2 minus 3x? It's a minus 3. So you can multiply negative 5 times negative 3, which will give us a 15. We've got 2 minus 3x power negative 2. Applying the laws of indices, this will be a 15 over 2 minus 3x power 2. This is our answer, the dy dx. Okay, let's go to the next question and see what we're supposed to do. 8b here, they're saying the variables x and y are related by the equation y is equal to 2x plus 1 power 4. Obtain an expression for dy dx and find the approximate change in y as x increases from 1 to 1.02. So the first thing here is to copy an equation, which is y is equal to 2x plus a 1 power 4. And then find its derivative, that's dy dx will be equal to 2x plus 1 power 3 and the 2 here. So how have I found this derivative? Just check the coefficient which is here, multiplied by the power. So there's 1 times 4, it's a 4. Now find the derivative of what is inside after copying. You find the derivative, this is what you're writing. And the moment you just multiply this number by the number that is in front, subtract a 1 from this power. So it will be power 3. So this is dy dx, which is equal to 2x plus 1 power 3. So now you can substitute this first number from 1. So you substitute 1 where x is. Okay? So it will be like this. 8, open bracket, 2, 1 here where x is, plus 1 power 3. And when we simplify further, this will give us 8. We're getting a 3 power 3. So when we simplify here, it's giving us a 216, meaning our dy dx is 216. We are not done yet, so we can say dy dx is equal to change in y over change in x. So remember this formula. Now make change in y subject. So it will be change in y is equal to dy over dy dx multiplied by change in x. So you see, I've just cross multiplied. So this by this, I'll remain with this, which is alone like this. Now here, what is our dy dx? It's a 216. What about change in x? So for change in x, you go back to this. Start with the 1. So let me write it here. We've got 1 to 1.02. So to find change in x, we're going to say 1.02 minus 1, which will give us a 0.02. So this is our change in x, 0.02. And when we multiply there, we are getting a 4.32. This is our answer. Let's go to the next question, which is question 9. They are saying, on the same diagram, sketch the graph y is equal to the absolute value of 4 cos x and y is equal to 2.5 for the domain 0 is less or equal to x, less or equal to 2 pi. Hence, state the number of solutions of the equation, okay, for this. So to graph this, you're of course going to do this, okay? Okay? So here you do 4 partitions, okay? And then you identify your period. So the period here to be identified, you're going to say period, let me write it here, period will be equal to 2 pi over b. So 2 pi, our b will be whichever number is with x here. You see this x? There is a 1 here, so it will be 2 pi by 1, which is just a 2 pi. Meaning the number which will be here, it's a 2 pi. You now divide this by 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, this whatever period that you have. So it will be divided by 4. We are getting 1 here, a 2. So it will be pi over 2. So you can write pi over 2. What follows? It's a pi. Because when you say pi over 2 plus pi over 2, it's a pi. Pi plus pi over 2, it's a 3 pi over 2. 3 pi over 2 plus pi over 2, it's a 2 pi. So here we are going to move how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So this is 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay? And where have I gotten that? It's coming from here. The number, whichever number is with this course here, it's the number of steps that you're going to move. So the first point will come from here. Remember, the graph of course looks like this. Okay? So this is the idea we're going to use. We'll move from here, we go to this, and then go back to this, come to this, go back like that. So this is how it's going to look like. So this is y is equal to absolute value cos 4 cos x, just like that. And then the other equation will be like this. It's a y is equal to 2.5. So this is where it's passing. So the next question here, they are saying we find the possible, okay? We state the number of solutions of the equation. This is equal to this. So where they are meeting, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 4 number of solutions of solutions. Okay, let's go to the next question. Question 10a reads, the position vectors of point P and Q relative to the origin are 4i plus 2j and ki plus 4j respectively. Given that vector QP is perpendicular to vector OP, find the value of k. So what we're going to do here is to state. So we've got OP, vector OP from the origin, that's a 4i plus 2j, while vector OQ is a ki plus 4j. So our job is to find vector what? Vector QP. So vector QP to be found, we are just going to start with this P. So we'll be saying entry from P minus K. So it will be 4 minus K. And then here, this is our I. Our J to be plus 2 minus 4. This is our J. Hopefully you've seen what I'm doing. This minus this, the I's, and then this minus this. We simplify, QP will simply be equal to 4 minus K I minus 2J, because 2 minus 4 will give us a minus 2. We found our vector QP. Now there is a property which says that when dealing with vectors, when they say they are perpendicular, so Q P, vector QP, multiplied by vector OP. When they are perpendicular, these two, when they're perpendicular and you multiply them, you are going to get a 0. So we're going to multiply vector QP multiplied by OP. So it will be like this. 4, which is here, 4 from OP times this n3. So it will be times 4 minus K. Then we say plus this 2 times the 2 here. So it will be 2 times negative 2 actually. These must give us a 0. So when we simplify, we're getting a 4. This is 16 minus 4K minus a 4 is equal to a 0. Negative 4K plus, here it's a 12. 16 minus 4 give us a 12 is equal to 0. Negative 4K is equal to negative 12. Divide by negative 4 by negative 4. This and this will go. The value of K will be equal to a 3. So the value of K is equal to a 3. We now go to the next question, which is question B. 10B. So for question 10B, they're saying two lines, R and R1 and R2 intersect at R here. So R1 passes through the points with position vectors, this and this, you can see. So given that R2 is this one, find the coordinates at R. So for this one to be answered, we're going to say R1, we find out R1. We have R2, but R1 we don't have. It will be 5, 3 plus any symbol. If you want, you can use mu, negative 7, negative 7. I'll explain how I found this. While our R2 we've been given, so the number which is here, it's a 1, negative 3, okay? And then we say plus lambda, here it's a 1 and a 2 there. So you see? So how did I find this? I just got these two. One, put it here, they are position vectors, put them here. And then for the direction vectors, I was just getting the n3, which is on top here, negative 2 minus 5, it's negative 6, negative 7. Negative 4 minus 3, it's negative 7, just like that. So once you get these, you can now come up with your equation. You do some parametrics here. This is how it's going to be. Actually, here it's a minus 7 mu. Okay, so get x, get this, and then you get this multiplied by this. This is how it will be. For y, you say 3 minus 7, also the same. You come to this, also form the equations. It will be 1 plus mu. This one times this. This is lambda by this. And then y is equal to, it's negative 3. This is negative 3 plus 2 lambda. Okay? So you get one of the equations here. You make your mu subject. So I'll get this one. It will be y minus 3 is equal to negative 7 mu. So divide by negative 7 by negative 7. So when we divide by negative 7, this and this will go. We shall remain with the mu is equal to y minus 3 over a 7. So once you do this, you get now this, substitute in the other equation here. So it will be x is equal to 5 minus 7, okay? Actually here, when we divided, this turned into negative, this one positive because of this negative sign. Okay? Hopefully you are following. So we just substitute this where mu is here, in the other equation here. And this will be x is equal to 5 minus this and this will go. We shall remain with a negative y plus 3. Then here x will be equal to 5 plus y minus 3. So we simplify x minus y is equal to, here it's giving us a 2 like this. Okay, so this is one of the equations. We do the same steps now for these. So it will be x minus 1 is equal to lambda, y is equal to negative 3 plus 2 x minus 1. We substitute these right here, and this is how it's going to look like. Y is equal to negative 3 plus 2x minus 2. We simplify, y is equal to, here it's giving us a negative 5 plus 2x. So now we solve these simultaneously, this one and this one. Okay, let me copy them. So we've got, we can write this as y is equal to x, okay, minus 2. Okay, this one goes there and this one comes here. This is how it's going to look like. The other one is y is equal to 2x minus 5. So solving these simultaneously, we're going to get this x minus 2, write it where y is, 2x minus 5. You group the like terms. This is how it's going to look like this. So negative x is equal to negative 3, therefore x is equal to a 3. For y, you shall say y is equal to 3 minus 2, where there is x you put a 2, y will be equal to a 1. So the coordinates where they're meeting is a 3, 1, like this. Okay? All right, so we can now do question 11a. Given that the integral of x power 2 plus x with respect to x, and the limits are from negative 1 to 2, is equal to 10 remainder 1 over 2. Find the value of a. So basically, what we're going to do here is just to get that integral, the given integral. That is, the integral limits are from negative 1 to 2 over a x power 2 plus x dx. And they're saying this is equal to 10 remainder 1 over 2. So our job is just to integrate this. It will be a x power 3 over a 3 plus x power 2 over a 2 is equal to, actually before we put the equal to, we can put the limits negative 1 and the 2 here. So this is equal to 21 over a 2. Okay, so I've just put this in improper fraction. Multiply 2 times 10, it's a 20, plus 1, it's a 21. So from this stage, we can substitute the limits. So when we get this 2, we put it here. It will be 2 power 3, which is 8a over a 3, plus we get this 2, substitute it here, it will be 4 over a 2. Okay, and then we say minus. We start with the lower limit. We get this lower limit, substitute it where x is here. It will be negative 1 power 3. That is the negative 1. Negative 1 times a, it's a negative 1a over a 3. Here it will be plus 1 over 2 is equal to 21 over a 2. So that is when we get this negative 1, substitute it here, it will be positive 1. So we simplify, we've got 8a over 3. If you want, you can divide here, but I won't divide, I'll leave it like this. Okay, get rid of the brackets here, it will be like this. This is what we are going to have, which is equal to 21 over a 2. So here we can group the like terms. We've got 8a over 3 plus a over 3 plus 4 minus 2 over 2 minus 1 over 2. So all this is equal to 21 over a 2. So here we're getting a 9a over a 3. For these we're getting a 3 over 2 is equal to 21 over a 2. So here we can group the like terms. So we have a 21 over 2 minus 3 over a 2. I wanted to have a common denominator, which is a 2. So here we have a 3 3a, because 3 into 3, 1, into 9, it's a 3. So 3a is equal to, here it will be 18 over a 2. So 3a is equal to a 9, divide by 3 by 3. So the value of a will simply be equal to a 3 when you divide here. All right, so for the next question here, question 11b, they're saying the diagram shows part over the curve y is equal to x power 3 minus 2x power 2 minus x plus 2, intersecting the x-axis at a and b. So this is the graph that we have right here. So they are intersecting here at a and b. The first question says, find the x coordinates of a and of b. So basically what we're going to do here is just to get our curve. Look at this. So we want to find the coordinates here at a and b. So we shall get our curve, or the equation, which is y is equal to x power 3 minus 2x squared minus x plus a 2. So I'm going to say x power 3 minus 2x power 2 minus x plus a 2 is equal to 0. So I now solve this equation. So it's a cubic equation. I'll first start by testing. I'll try if at all x is equal to -1 can be my solution, okay? Or x is equal to 1 or x is equal to -1. Okay, let me start with, let me say let x be equal to 1. Let me see if it's a solution. So I'll get this one here, put it here, here, and here. So it will be like this: 1 power 3 minus 2, 1 minus 1 plus a 2 is equal to a 0. So this is 1 minus 2 minus 1 plus 2 is equal to 0. So this one is giving me a 0, because this 1 plus 2 will give me a 3, minus 2 minus 1 will give me minus 3, which is equal to 0. So x is equal to 1 is a solution, is one of the solutions. So after doing that, I'm going to use synthetic to form another, or to form a quadratic equation. So follow nicely. So this, I'll say it's x power 3. Here it's x power 2, x power 1, x power 0. You can either use long division or synthetic. So this is how we do it. Now you come to the given equation. This is the equation we've been given. So y is equal to x power 3 minus 2x power 2 minus x plus a 2. So this is an equation. We get the coefficients. So at x power 3, there is a 1 coefficient. Power 2, there is -2. There is -1 and a 2. So after getting the coefficients, we're going to say x is equal to 1. This is one of the solutions that we've found. And then put an arrow, drop this number which is here. So start multiplying. 1 times 1, it's a 1. -2 plus 1, it's -1. 1 times -1, it's a -1. -1 plus -1, it's -2. We multiply, we're getting a -2. We add, it's a 0. So now we can start getting them like this. This will go with this one with this one with that. So it will be x power 2 minus, this is a negative, 1x, and then here it will be -2, because -2 power x power 0, because -2 multiplied by x power 0, it will just be, this will be 1. So 1 times -2, it will just be a -2. So we've got this quadratic equation. We solve it. We can write x is equal to 0. Think of two numbers such that when you multiply them, they give us a -2. And when we add those same two numbers, they give us -1. So that is -2 and a 1. So we can say x minus 2 is equal to 0, or x plus 1 is also equal to 0. So x is equal to 2, x is equal to -1. These are the other two solutions. Okay. So now we've got three solutions. Let me write them here. We've got x is equal to 1, or x is equal to -1, or x is equal to 2. So -1, we are not going to use it because we are to the positive side. You can see, so this is 1 and this will be a 2. So the coordinates that we are looking for at A, we're going to say our answer for A is 1, 0, while B is a 2, 0. So these are the coordinates. Okay. Let's check out the next question. Area of the shaded region. All right, so for question B, we need to find the area bounded by this shaded region. Okay. So we know that here there is a 1 and here there is a 2. So the limits, we're going to do this. Integral the limits from 0 to 1. Okay, that's for the first one. Limits from 0 to 1. Hopefully you'll be able to see. So the 1 will come right here. This one from 0 to 1. And then copy the given equation. That is x power 3 minus 2x power 2 minus x plus a 2. So it's said dx minus the integral from 1 to 2. So the integral from 1 to 2. The reason why I've put minus, it's because these regions are falling into two different quadrants. There is a top quadrant and the bottom quadrant. So you say minus here, minus. Okay. Copy the same given equation. So this is what we've been given, and say dx. Okay. Hopefully you can see what I have here. So it's a matter of just integrating. This is giving us x power 4 over a 4 minus 2x power 3 over a 3 minus x power 2 over 2 plus 2x. And then the limits will be 0 from 0 to 1 minus this. Also, when we integrate, we are getting the same as this. Okay? Because we are respecting x. So this is what we are getting for both. Okay? Now the limits here will be from 1 to a 2. Once we do that, we're going to substitute. Start with this one. You substitute it here. So when you substitute a 1, you're going to get, it will just be 1 power 4 over a 4. Here it will be 2 over 3, 1 over 2 plus a 2. So that is when you substitute a 1 throughout, this is what you're going to get. For a 0, just ignore it. It will just give us a 0 for everything. And then say minus. Here, when you substitute a 2, you're going to get 8. Okay? I mean a 16. You're going to get a 16. That is when you put a 2 here, 2 power 4, it's 16 over 4. A 2 here, you get a 16 over 3. A 2 here, you get a 4 over 2. And then plus a 4. Okay? So this is what we are getting when we substitute a 2. After that, you say minus. You now substitute a 1 here. So you get 1 over 4 minus 2 over 3 minus 1 over 2 plus a 2. Like that. Okay? So you simplify further. Here when you simplify, you're going to get a 13 over 12 minus. When you simplify here, you're going to get a 2 over 3 minus. You simplify here, it's a 13 over 12. You do the simplification further, it's 13 over 12 minus negative 5 over a 12. And then here it will be 13 over 12 plus 5 over 12. Simplify further, it will be 18 over 12, which is equal to 1, remainder 1 over 2 square units. So this is the answer for question 11b. Let's go to the last question, which is question 12, A, B, and C. All right, so we do question 12, and question 12 reads, in the following diagram, ABC is a semicircle with center O, radius 10 centimeters, and angle AOC is 1.876 radians. AX is a sector of a circle with center X and has radius of 16 centimeters. So now, the first question here, they are saying calculate or find the area of sector AOC. So sector AOC, AOC, we're going to say area, that's question A, area is equal to 1 over 2 theta r squared. So 1 over 2, what is our theta? Our theta is 1.876, which is right here. And then our r is a radius, that is 10 squared, okay? So we do our calculations nicely, or nice, so to say. So we punch on our calculator. What is 10 squared? That would be 100. So we have something like this times 100. And then here we punch everything. We're going to get 187.6 over a 2. And when we divide by 2, it will be 93.8 centimeters squared. So this is our answer for question A. For question B, they are saying we calculate angle. I want you to see the question. Calculate angle AXC. So AXC, A is right here, XC. This is the angle that we are looking for. So there are so many ideas that you can calculate this, but let me show you this. We're first going to find this angle here. So we shall say pi minus 1.876. This, of course, is giving us a 1.266 rads. Okay, so it's in radians. So this is the angle in radians right here. After finding that, we know that this side, it's a 10 centimeters, while this side of the triangle, remember I want to use this triangle, OX will be a 6. Since I've been given 16 from here to here, I'll say 16 minus 10, I'll remain with OX, which is a 60 centimeters. So I'll find XC or CX. So I'm going to use cosine rule. So I'll say A squared is equal to B squared plus C squared minus 2BC cos A. So I'm looking for the side. I'll say A is equal to the sides here. 1 will be 10 squared and then 6 squared. The angle, I'll use this angle right here. So I'll say 10 squared plus 6 squared minus 2, 10, and then 6 there cos 1.266. So when I do my calculations, this is giving me 136 minus 120, okay? Cos 1.266. If I punch everything on my calculator, I'm getting a 9.98813,249. We square root both sides. The value of A, which is a side, it's a 9.9994, okay, centimeters. So I found this side. Since I've found this side, I can use sine rule. So this or this over this is equal to this over this, the angle I'm looking for here. So I'm going to say, using sine rule, A over sine A is equal to B over capital sine or sine capital B. So my A will be 9.9994 over sine capital A, which is this angle right here. That will be a 1 1.266. This is what I found right here. So after doing that, I'll say this is equal to the b, it's a 10, b right here, it's 10, over sine this, so I'll say sine x, over sine capital letter X. So we solve, we can cross multiply. When you cross multiply, we are getting sine x is equal to 10 times sine 1.266 over 9.9994. So sine x is equal to, when I punch this on the calculator, I'm getting a 0.953965332. So x will simply be equal to sine inverse over this 0.953965332. Should I say 532? Yeah. And the angle which is coming out is a 1.266. So this is the angle. Radians. Okay. So that's our answer for question B. We do now the last question. So for the last question here, they are saying calculate or find the area of the shaded region. So shaded region, we're going to use this sector and this sector. So let me start with the bigger sector, which is here, and the semicircle. So find the area over the bigger sector or the sector. So that's, we shall say area 1 is equal to 1 over 2 theta r squared. 1 over 2, what is our theta? The angle here, it's a 1.266, which we found for this sector. And then the radius will be 16. So here it will be 16 squared. We do our calculations, okay? So this will be 1 over 2, 1.2666. How many 6s? There are 2, 6. Multiplied by 16 squared, it's a 256. So we multiply further. So 1.266 times 256. This, of course, is giving us a 324.096. We divide by 2. So when we divide by 2, we're going to get a 16. This is our area for the sector. It's a 16 or 162.048 centimeter squared. Again, we calculate our area 2. So using the same formula, because it's in radians. So say, area 2 will be area over a semicircle. So the angle that we are going to use from here to here, it's a pi. So we're going to say 1 over 2 times pi times the radius, it's a 10 squared. We know that radius over the semicircle, it's a 10. We do the calculations here nicely. 1 over 2 times pi times 100. This will be pi times 100. It's giving us a 314.1592654. We divide by 2. Area 2 will be equal to 157.0796327. So you just say area 1 minus area 2. That will be our answer. So this area right here minus this other area right here. So when we punch on our calculator, the answer that we are getting is a 2.97 centimeter squared. I hope this is what you're also getting. Let me just confirm. 162.048 minus 157.0796396327. Actually, it's giving us a 4. So this is 4, not 2, 4. 4.97. Okay? I hope this is what you are also getting. Thank you so much. We end right here.